Hi guys, welcome to my channel Science in Science Fiction, and I'm here today to do another video about another article that I just read. I have a few videos coming up, 3 to be exact, including this one, and I'm going to continue to do this because if I read the articles anyway, I might just give my opinions about them, because I read them out of pleasure, so I'm doing this out of pleasure. Anyway, this article is about the UFOs and UFO sightings, and you can see the link in the description box down below. It's about the Canadian defense minister, I think. Yeah, is it minister or is it defense? Yeah, I think it's defense minister, and basically now he's retired. But what he's saying is that UFOs do exist, and that he has been in contact with, well, not him per se, but people under his hire, or that worked for the Ministry of Defense. They had contact with at least 4 alien species, and basically he's saying the story is that these aliens do not speak with the humans because they do not want to interfere, but they do speak with the government officials, and even though they don't want to interfere, they are pretty concerned about our nuclear weapons, and they don't want us to use the nuclear weapons in a wrong way. So that's why they've been monitoring us, and that's why UFO sightings have been increasing ever since the discovery of the nuclear bomb. It has nothing to do with cameras and other recording devices that have also come up at similar times. No, it has to do with the nuclear bomb. So right off the bat you can see where I stand on this subject. My official opinion is that I do believe in aliens. I do believe other life forms exist in the universe. I don't believe any of them are interested in our planet, and I'll get into this after I finish my opinion. I don't think aliens are here to stop our nuclear arsenal, the way the Canadian Prime Minister, ex-Prime Minister, talks about, and if you closely look at him while he's speaking, you can see that he reads the text off of he reads the text off of a prompter. So he's reading the text, somebody is feeding that text to him. That's why he takes such long pauses when he is addressed, when the reporter addresses him a question. The question ends, then he thinks about it, or he seems to be thinking about the answer, but in fact he's reading off of a prompter. You can see his eyelids, his pupils moving, a clear sign of indication that he is reading. Plus, if he was a man who have seen this before, he would have the truth in his head. Something like this doesn't just slip by you. You don't forget something like this. He was the Prime Minister of Defense, but if aliens were real, it's not something that could slip your mind. When you would have been asked the question, you could have answered it immediately in the next millisecond, because you already knew this, and not for a short while, but for years upon years of you doing your duty in service of your country. So he clearly doesn't know the subject. He invents it. That's why he takes long breaks before he answers a question. He repeats himself. He evades questions when he's being asked why he's afraid of aliens, or rather why he's not afraid of aliens. He gives us the political speech, which is a go-round, so he doesn't answer succinct to the question. So all of this for me is clear indication about him lying about it. He's probably doing this for, don't know, money, fame, whatever reason. And that's my opinion about this clip. However, on the subject of aliens, yes, I do believe they exist, as I said before, and if you use logic, you would see that they are not interested in our planet. Because if they are more primitive race than ours, they wouldn't have any means of transportation here. If they are equal to us in technology, which is the only case when they might be interested in our planet, when they are equal or a few years in advance from our technology, then they would have to be in close proximity to us, because we cannot even get to Mars. So how can they get to us if they are at our level of technology or a bit higher? Perhaps in 50 years we'll be able to go to Mars. If they're 50 years in front of us, they might be able to get to Earth, but they still have to be here from somewhere nearby from our solar system, which I think it's impossible. And so that's the only case scenario when they would be interested in our planet, in our resources. If they are 1,000 years, that technology is 1,000 years more advanced than ours, and they are able to do interstellar flights, to move around from galaxy to galaxy, then I see no possible reason why they would be interested in our planet, because they could easily get resources or whatever they need from other planets closer to them. I don't think that we are the only planet with resources, and if the technology is that advanced, resources might actually be obsolete. They could be working on some kind of technology that doesn't run on oil, electricity, and stuff like that. And because in order to travel from a galaxy to another, you would need a very, very powerful energy source. And if they have that energy source, don't tell me that energy source runs on electricity or on oil. That's stupid. So if they have such a high energy battery or energy source, then why the hell would they need our resources? So they don't need it. It doesn't make any. They don't need it. It doesn't make any sense. It's not logical. If they're 1,000 years or whatever more advanced than us, them interfering in our politics makes no sense either, because what are we? We are a small insignificant race on a planet at the edge of the galaxy. To help us, I don't know, maybe in 1,000 years people will be on such high stage of awareness that they might actually want to help us. But if they want to do that, they would come directly and say it. They wouldn't hide. So that doesn't make sense either. Trying to manipulate us into helping us doesn't make sense either. Anyway, for the people who say that they have been abducted, they have been probed, that the aliens want to take them, I don't see any logic to that either. if aliens do want to probe us and learn about our physiology and learn about our anatomy, then they will simply take a homeless guy off the streets. I know I'm being kind of an asshole here, but taking a homeless guy off the streets, nobody would even know he's gone. So why take people out of their homes? It doesn't make any sense either. For the people who go in the street with signs like aliens, here we are, take us, whatever, you gotta realize if there's such an advanced race, from a technology point of view, that they can come here from another galaxy, they aren't going to take you. You don't even have a master's degree. You cannot help them in any kind of way. I bet most of the people who go with signs in the streets and are hoping for aliens to abduct them don't even know how many countries are in the world. So you cannot possibly get anything more from them than you can get from a homeless guy on the street, from an alien's perspective. So it makes a whole lot of sense that if somehow they are manipulating us, they are talking only to the government and specific key people in the government. But then again, as I said previously, it makes no sense for them to want to manipulate us into our own good. And it makes absolutely no sense into them trying to manipulate us into destroying us. Because if they are 1,000 years more advanced, having a power source that could propel a ship from galaxy to galaxy, they can kill us just like that, just like Independence Day, without them leaving any radiation or destruction to the ecosystem. Because they have clean energy. Simple. If they are on the same or a little higher, on the same level or a little higher with our technology today, yes, we might be afraid, because today we are fighting against each other on Earth without no prejudice. We are fighting for resources, and we kill people, we kill children. It's a fucked up world, this world of ours. So it would make sense for a civilization that is maybe 20-30 years more advanced than us. It would make sense to be afraid. But then again, as I said before, a civilization like that cannot travel between galaxies, so they will have to be from our galaxy, if not even closer to us, from our solar system, which is impossible again. So even though my conclusion is that even though aliens do exist, they haven't been here. They aren't trying to manipulate us, they aren't trying to abduct us. If there are cases of abduction, and I'm pretty sure that there are cases of abductions, they're not aliens. They're still us. Still people abducting other people, programming them or whatever, but that's another discussion. But no aliens. In fact, the only logical explanation for an alien to visit, an advanced alien, a 1,000 years advanced alien to visit planet Earth, is to be the same reason. It is the same reason you go visit a zoo. You go visit a zoo to see a lion, to see a cheetah, to see a chimpanzee, and if they can travel between galaxies at their own will, then solar systems could be their own zoos, and you can go on a trip there, and like, let's go to Earth, see the monkeys, let's go to planet whatever, see the lions and stuff like that. So they're coming us just for curiosity. They're not trying to manipulate us, they're not trying to abduct us. As I said, it makes no logical sense. So that would be my conclusions, but you can draw your own conclusion, read the article, tell me what you think about the Prime Minister and what he's saying. But for me, it's pretty obvious he's lying. He doesn't have any facts. he takes too long to answer his questions, and if you look closely in some scenes you can see him reading actual pupils moving. Draw your own conclusions. You're big people. Draw your own conclusions, but rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.